Devour time. Devour time. Devour time. I haven't had to update today's task for a while. I've had the same task for quite some time. That's a bad thing. However, I'm listening to a Ennuicastr Piazzolla CD, which, new to me, not new, obviously, but that means everything's great! That's right. It requires more than transient activation. It requires like hyper activation. It requires ultra activation. No normal activation is sufficient. I remember. I remember the suffering. It's too bad that there's no way to. You know what? Okay. I'm going to worry about the UI implications later. For the time being, we're just rolling on. We're just going to make it happen. And specifically, we're going to make it happen by going into file storage. Okay, so check request login. Basically, it just can't check in this way. It is too bad that I cannot play the music that is playing in my ear for y'all, because all of this swaying that I'm doing, I am enjoying Piazzolla muchly, as I always do. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Piazzolla. Hell yeah. This seems extremely unhappy. There it goes. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I've got other fish to fry. Okay. So, next step is to actually make that valid, make that work, set up the redirect URI. Unfortunately, that has to be done on another screen, so... Charges, $0.00. Thank you. It's not actually what I wanted to know. Credentials, or is it OAuth consent screen? is. Okay, it is r.kahat.ecastr.com, which needs to be on the list. It may take 5 minutes to a few hours for those set changes to take place. Really? Like, actually? Yeah, that's just going to reload the error page. That's not very useful. And I assume that, yeah, this is now going to do nothing. It may take 5 minutes to several hours, or 1 second. 1 nanosecond. Instantaneous, basically. One moment while I log in here. Oh, my glasses have arrived. I get to get new glasses later today. Google hasn't verified this app. Hello, Google? Google, hello? Google? The hell? Just... Is this? Like, did this cause that? 2665. Oh, it actually initializes the first time you use it. Really? I didn't know it initialized the first time you used it. Wait. If this files... Okay, no. That is not the problem that I thought it was. Because file storage is created here. So it's this that's undefined. That is a problem. Is this supposed to be cache capital forage or cache lowercase forage? Is that the issue? Cache capital forage. I guess I can check the other logs. There are no other logs. There really should be other logs. Oh, okay. I just hadn't scrolled down. That's unrelated. That's because I haven't set up everything for the actual local storage yet. I haven't rehooked up all those things. So this really did just like Google just froze on me. Like Google just went, no, screw you. I'm never returning to the page. What the hell? I felt like that had to be my bug, but it doesn't seem to be. Huh. What is going on? Oh no! Oh dearie dear. So Google is going to require us careful cores set up in order to work. I'm sure it is possible to set up cores in that way, but yikes. I'm gonna get rid of these ridiculous console.logs that are floating about, outputting tons of nonsense. Beat. I'm gonna put this in a separate branch and do something different for now. Nothing more fun than modernizing build systems. That's what everybody loves to do. Okay, so using non-local forage as a guide. Well, first things first. Okay. I wonder if Rollup has an equivalent. There must be a Rollup plugin for TypeScript. That's what I was doing before. Oh, that looks like one. Okay, which Rollup plugins do I actually need? Definitely need node resolve. Definitely need terser. And definitely want TypeScript. That way, hopefully, rolling up in TypeScript compiling won't be different steps, and that'll be even more modern-y. Build systems, or build scripts should not be scripts. Build scripts should not be scripts. This is JavaScript being bullshit. I believe that you are allowed to export an array as the default. And have each one in the array have its own starting input place. Okay, so... let's start with Ennuicastr.js itself. Let's see what my old build system was using. Source main, that makes sense. This isn't, oh, I guess it is. It is bundled. Okay. I think I can put this, in fact, I think I can put both of these here. Format's always the same. Okay, this one I forgot to actually add the minification plugin. Brilliant work. No minification plugin on this one. Oops, that's wrong. Yes, minification plugin on this one. Well, if I'm going to use them in this order. Context to this was to solve a specific problem that shouldn't normally be necessary. I probably need to do TypeScript, then node resolve, then CommonJS, or it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's start with this, see whether that does anything. Whee! You have passed an unrecognized option. Unknown input options, format, name. Okay, so those in fact cannot be here. Those have to be in the output. That's very annoying. It's annoying simply because I'm just going to duplicate these. They're identical. Unexpected identifier. Where? Oh, just somewhere. Thanks. You want to, like, tell me anything at all? Want to give me any feedback whatsoever? No? Okay, dash V is not verbose, it's just version. Okay, good. You can give compiler options to TypeScript, which I will need to do. What sort of an error message is this? This is nothing. You must do better. Am I just calling it wrong? No, roll up dash C, that's correct. Unexpected identifier. What are you talking about? Oh my god, okay, found it. Fast. So fast. This process is extremely fast. The main thing about this process is how fast it is. My god, is it fast. It's so fast I can't believe it. Why are you importing AWP? It doesn't have anything to do with AWP. You shouldn't be using that. I was hoping, based on common sense, that it would follow the TypeScript that's there, but it looks like it actually runs TypeScript. Yeah. Hello, Coldrun. Sorry if you said that a while ago and I didn't notice it. This font is PetMe64. Don't link to somebody's bullshit site where they stole it. There it is, Creative Corp, this one. It is the Commodore 64 font expanded to use, to have all the Unicode stuff available. Ooh, it identifies circular dependencies. That's nice. How did it even find Ennuicastr Nothing should have found that in source. Yeah, this is just a const path. It has a version number in it. It is not importing that. I don't suppose that before those messages it gave me something about why it did that. Can I tell TypeScript to not do stupid shit? Or tell the TypeScript plugin here? The thing is, I don't want to... Well, I mean, I guess it's harmless to just give it the library. It feels very silly, but it's harmless. My concern is that it is, in fact, building that it's not actually using. I think 2016 should be sufficient. Of course, I need DOM. 2017, apparently I need DOM and WebWorker. Okay. The problem is, I don't know if it'll even compile with a DOM and WebWorker. Like, you can't have both global scopes. I'm switching to Rollup because it's so fast. It's such a fast build system. Look at how remarkably fast it is. That's the big thing about it, is it's really, really fast. Well, that didn't work. How do I get rid of everything? Does call just not do what I thought it did? Okay, well, this is going to be easy to read. I'm actually faintly surprised that it looks wrong. Yeah, oh, I see. Because it is less itself that is highlighting the escape sequence. There we go, more will do it. Just use older, more broken software. I mean, that is correct. I have no idea how this ever compiled, because that's 100% right. My new Piazzolla CD ended. Luckily, I got a second one. I'm so confused. Did I somehow suppress all error messages when compiling this code? None of this should have worked. Yeah, I'm confident that this is the same. That also needs to be that. But that's very concerning because the AWP code shouldn't have been in there anyway. So my concern is that it might be passing everything into TypeScript and then doing this step, which is just a bit silly. At one point, I checked for circular dependencies and got rid of as many of them as I could. So this is good to know, but very annoying. Okay, so at least this doesn't complain anymore. That's nice. Let me make sure that this didn't get stuck in there. Yeah, okay, it's not there. Weird. I wonder if I'm even allowed to do this. Can I reuse the same plugin over and over again? Okay. So as well as that, I also make EC Loader, which is pretty direct. It's from Source Loader. And the EC Loader has no format. Its format is like raw. In fact, yeah, given that I directly make that from TSC, I don't know if it makes any sense to put this in rollup at all, but let's see if it works. I mean, it should be harmless to make it an iffy. I would just rather make it a nothing. Like, just take this code and just put the code there. Don't attempt to bundle it. I realize using a bundler to not bundle is pretty silly. Yeah, maybe rollup is not the way to do this, but let's just try and see what it makes. Oops. Actually, you know what? Here's the way to go. If I'm going to use the same plugins over and over again, just use the entire array over and over again. Why not? You can't stop me. Just because it's obviously a terrible idea. So if I just say iffy and don't give it a name, question mark? Is that a complete thought? Have I thought stuff now? uh, don't even understand how I managed to lose that quotation mark. The thing I forget about modern build systems is that they suck. Why is it that we haven't figured out how to do any better than make, ever? Maybe I don't want this. The problem is that I need the roll-up part. I need to be able to bundle. This is just going to be... You asked for a named thing and didn't give me a name. Oh, I forgot to give this the plugins, no wonder. Didn't know that that was a TypeScript, so it just got very angry with me. I think the roll-up TypeScript plugin sucks. I think I'm going to have to do the TypeScript compilation myself. My fear is that... Hello, Joshua. My fear is that if I do the TypeScript compilation myself, then the transpilation will happen multiple times in ways that are not necessarily good. It took 17 seconds. Yeah. Sort of expected this to be nothing. But what if I export async function ecload library? You may not be able to. Interesting. I didn't know TypeScript's headers were under the BSD0. And given that they are under the BSD0, why is the license header here? The whole point of that license header is that you can delete it. Yeah, this does not put its exports anywhere, so that doesn't do what I need it to do. You know what? No. This is all very silly, and apparently using the TypeScript compiler within this is also very silly, so I'm going to take a different tactic here. Let's just go one by one through these in this order. It was safe to replace Browserify with TSC there because I just use this to, the existence of this file as an indicator that I need to do npm install. Okay, so that's made directly. How did any of this work? This is the same compilation line that it had before. I haven't changed anything. Uh, I have very eclectic video watching. Right now, I've been rewatching some Nile Red chemistry videos recently. Uh, but I do watch gameplay, like I watch Let's Plays, and I sort of rotate what streaming service I have. I'm currently watching all of Star Trek, the entire Star Trek, from the original series, season one, episode one, to whichever series most recently had a release. I'm so confused. I didn't change this. Did I accidentally change TS config? No. The hell? Like, this used to compile. I haven't changed the important part here. Maybe I upgraded TSC, and now, like, a default has changed or something. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I know what I did. I made this be a module. It's a lot, Joshua. It's many. And they're not all great. Some of them are not good. I had only watched the the episodes of the original series that everybody says, like, oh, you have to at least watch these ones. I hadn't watched the entire original series, and the thing that struck me most about watching the rest of the original series is how many episodes are just like they literally rehashed the same idea in the Next Generation but did it better. It's like, oh, I kind of didn't need to watch that because I've already seen it but done better. Probably just do terser in that out that, I imagine. Yep. A beautiful mess. Okay, here's the hard part. So this will still use rollup. It must. But I'm going to use it in a different way. Oh my god, this music! Piazzolla! Why did you die young? He wasn't that young. This is obviously wildly incomplete. I'm just gonna start somewhere. Yeah. Now, I don't want the TypeScript plugin anymore, given that there's only, well, maybe there'll be multiple later. So this is just going to use main.js. That will make things much simpler. I'm also going to output into dist to keep things a little bit cleaner. Oh, right. That is not the way to do that. Actually save that file. Ooh, what? Okay. Now it is time to show how a proper makefile works. This should not be working because I haven't compiled all the other files yet. Although it's possible that they're just sitting there. Oh, wait. Does TSC just take an entry point? That's big time lols! TSC just takes an entry point. It does not do just one file. It takes an entry point. So Joshua, I would say that no more than half of Star Trek episodes are good. Of the remaining half that aren't good, so what? The problem number one is Star Trek. Every Star Trek series starts bad. Like the first season, there are almost no good episodes in the first season of any Star Trek series. They're just like that is a universal truism. The first series bad. The but then on top of that, even when you get into second season is usually bad too. But by the time you get to like the third season and things are usually looking better, it's still hit or miss. It's still like 50-50. So I would say like grand total about 40% of the episodes I actually enjoy. Yeah, build one or more projects and their dependencies if out of date, huh? But it must have actually... Like, it must have done that correctly. Come to think of it... Like, if this is going to do the dependency management anyway, maybe I'm happy with that? No, it's not doing the dependency management. This would have already been done if it was doing the dependency management. Ooh! I didn't give it any library options, so that cannot possibly have succeeded. I'm almost positive that it is possible to compile just one file with TSC. I just have to remember how. Not compile two single file, but compile just a single file. Okay, this is madness. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I had those files sitting around and it was actually not caused by this make line. Maybe they were just already compiled from some other step. No, it would have failed by now if that was the case. What the hell, TSC? What the hell? I mean, why make things in such a way that you can't make it work with make? It's madness. Now that's interesting. Here's a dog. I feel like I had to do something similar recently. I'm trying to remember what that might have been. God, no wonder I haven't modernized my build system. All build systems suck. This is madness. I'm faintly extremely annoyed by this actually. Maybe the presence of tsconfig is confusing it. I don't know why that would be the case, but not version verbose. Verbose may only be used with build. Absolute trash. I mean, I'm not like, this is mad. Why would it work that way? That's just a really strange thing for it to do. Why would it compile all the other files? I did not ask you to do that. I compile main.ts, and then source/audio.js is gonna be there, right? The hell? God, maybe I don't modernize the build system. Maybe I'm happy with the build system I've got. At least it friggin' works. So this plugin just sucks, and TypeScript itself just sucks, and everything sucks. Now, what can it possibly be doing here? Okay. I do actually want to use a more modern build system, but this is really fighting me here. Well, I guess, it is fine for it to do it that way. It's just not good. Because that is the entry point. It's not wrong. And then if I can make roll up only do certain files, then that will be fine. So you had to specify C for it to use any config file at all? Rollup was made by idiots. Entry file. Okay, so I can maybe do rollup entry file first. Yes, okay. You're not even compiling. What is taking so long? I mean, admittedly, this is a really slow system I have it running on, but this is sad. Well, that was pathetic. Okay. I believe I can do this. I believe this one is a little bit more complicated. Yes, because file storage main is actually an entry point. Yeah. So, this one does require an actual build. Ennuicastr file storage. Okie dokie. Having this not just be in the make file, but actually like in a build place is actually a good thing. I love that I have to repeat this. This time, this one didn't take very long. Oh, because it's incorrect. Oh my god. I fucking hate this system. Oh my. Okay. So, how this actually needs to go is that dist Ennuicastr.js, dist slash Ennuicastr.min.js, dist slash fs/fs.js, and dist slash fs/ss.min.js. Come from source/main.js and source/file storage main.js. Here's where the actual rollup happens. And then these will just report their direct output. Dumbest shit in the world. Ah, well, that is up to date. Not for long, it's not. Oh no, CD2 is over. You know what? I'm going to listen to CD1 again. On loop forever. Okay. This is at least outputting the right stuff. Yeah. I hadn't been bundling this because it was a bit nightmarish given my previous build system to bundle it, but now it should be relatively straightforward to bundle it, so I can do it in a less silly way. So this should not be anywhere near this complicated anymore because I can just compile it. I no longer need, since it's going to be bundled, I can just compile it as usual. And all of this madness won't need to be here because it'll get bundled. The hell is sw.js? I know what it is. So this indeed didn't, like, crash or anything, which is good. Now it's going to take 15 seconds to compile the main bundle. Yeesh. Okay, this was just that I still have things that I haven't built up yet. Okay, but I haven't actually made this do a thing yet. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Should have an on message yeah, okay, so on message is handled right there. And so if I just add that to rollup, it should do the right thing. No, not UMD. This is an iffy. The name doesn't actually matter. So I'm going to go with you. This duplication is gross. There's got to be a way to do this without all this duplication for minified output. Like, there's just no way that everyone tolerates just writing all that duplication every time. It's just too bad. It's too, like, ugh. No way that's the design intent. I love having to wait through building everything else because this tool is so modern that it has no concurrency. Thanks, Rollup. You're a very good piece of software. The on message should still, like, yeah, it's just there's no declaration of on message, so that ought to do the right thing, and for a worker, that's all that really matters. This will be loaded immediately, so that should not cause any problems, hopefully. I'm going to get rid of all of these test things, because I haven't used that in forever, and it's just cluttering shit up. So where is sw.js? Did I miss it? The hell? Isn't that, like, wildly mandatory? I'm gonna go with no, because the underlying file doesn't exist. Whatever that once was, that had to do with the service worker. Oh, which is now in a library. Yeah, it's in the DL stream library. Okay, that explains that. It's like, the hell? How is it just gone? There we go. Okay, so there's most of the distribution stuff. Here's most of the source stuff. Oh yes, I didn't quite get to hotkeys yet. This is just a single file, so I'll just need to tersorify it. And this is also, yeah, DL stream. Oh, but okay, so this is the actual library code. I see. I see. Fine, 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 fine. That's all dependencies. And now the main thing is just that the installation... Yeah, this is everything that's actually built. Not suffix, prefix. Not add, add prefix, there we go. Should be everything. Yep. Okay, I see. Okay. Did not get that installation quite correct. Test files are now gone. No. Eventually I'll make all of this be in dist, so I won't have these two versions, but just as a quick fix. There we go. And hopefully it should still load, but I will not be hugely surprised if it does not. But I will not be hugely surprised if it does not on Weeboard. Really? On Weeboard is just an imported thing. But I guess it's exporting a global variable, and this is forcing a use strict somewhere, maybe? Weirdly, it doesn't seem to be forcing a use strict. I don't see use strict up here. Yeah, I don't see any use strict. Oh, there it is. Maybe I need to update on Weeboard, too. It's annoying that, like, that, of all things, is the problem that's coming up rather than anything that matters. How does this work? Is that country always? Yes. It's been infinity million years since I've updated this. Yeah. Oh dear. I wrote this in 2019, updated it in 2020, and haven't touched it since. Brilliant, brilliant work. For the time being, I'm just going to remove the dependency on Weeboard. I will certainly update that in time, but... yeah, the fact that this import is just like that is an indication of how weird Ennuicastr is, how weirdly Ennuicastr was built. Huh. But libav web codecs shouldn't be functioning in that way. It shouldn't be just assigning blindly to a global variable. It's being built properly as a rolled up package. Unless I have such an old version. Does look suspiciously like an old version. Yeah. I mean, literally, that should be sufficient. We... A lot of these are only used for types, but I'm not using --save-dev because this is an end user library. There's nothing depends on this, so how polluted its namespace is doesn't really matter. Well, it compiles. Really? How is that possible? Did I do that? Did I do that? And if I did, why did it let me? Okay. Why? What? So I understand the idea of what's going on here. I don't know why I did this, though. But even if I don't know why I did this, I can just force it. So that's making it so that any other, since I am bundling the polyfill into this version, into Ennuicastr, this is forcing anything else that uses the polyfill to use the same one we bundled instead of bundling their own, or depending on some other one. Um, I just don't know why. I just don't know why I did that. I understand the result of what's going on here. I just don't know why the hell I did it. Oh. Oh yeah, okay. I'm still assuming that I did load on Weeboard. Okay, I am gonna have to update on Weeboard because that's very silly. That's very silly, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I can do that some other time. In the future, stream over.